Hey gang, today we're continuing to look at some real world systems of equations written in two variables. Here's our first example. Charlotte runs a pet sitting service for cats and dogs out of her house. She takes care of 8 animals total per day and charges $20 per day for cats and $25 per day for dogs. One day she made a total of $185. How many of each pet did she have? Okay, so we start by setting up the equation. So in that first scenario, we know we're talking about cats and dogs, so we can say C and D. In the second sentence, we get that she has 8 animals total per day. So that means she has C plus D in total 8. So some number of cats and some number of dogs for a total of 8. She charges $20 per day for cats, so that's 20C plus 25 per day for dogs, 25D, and one day she makes $185. So now we have our system and we have to use that to cancel either C or D out and solve for how many cats and dogs she had that specific day. So we could multiply this top equation by either negative 20 or negative 25. I'm going to go with negative 20 because I think it's easier to do in my head. So I distribute that negative 20, and that's going to allow me to cancel out the C's. So I have negative 20C minus 20D equals negative 160 because 2 times 8 is 16. Then bring the other equation underneath. And add vertically to cancel. So negative 20C plus 20C cancels out. Negative 20D plus 25D is 5D. And negative 160 plus 185 is like doing 185 minus 160. So we get 15. When we divide by 5, and we find that on that specific day, Charlotte had 3 dogs. Then we plug that back in. We can use that original first equation because that's going to be the easy one. We know that she had a total of 8 animals. So C plus the 3 dogs equals 8. Subtract 3, and we find that she had 5 cats. So Charlotte took care of 3 dogs and 5 cats that day. It's a good way to make some quick money. All right, so let's take a look at another example. Mrs. Kiesler brought her son and daughter to the movies to see Coco. 2 children's tickets and 1 adult ticket cost $23. The following weekend, they went again and brought more people to see Jumanji. 5 children's tickets and 2 adult tickets cost $52.50. How much does each ticket cost? So again, in the second sentence, we have that first equation. 2 children's tickets and 1 adult ticket cost $23. So 2C plus 1A equals 23. Then in the third sentence, we know, or actually the fourth, 5 children's tickets and 2 adults cost $52.50. So now our equation is set. We can figure out what we need to multiply 1 by to cancel out either the C's or the A's. Now, to get 2 to 5, I would need to have to multiply by 2.5. I'd rather not have to do that. To get 1 to 2, I would just have to multiply by 2. So I'm going to take this first equation and multiply by negative 2, which will allow me to cancel out the A's. Rewriting, I get negative 4C minus 2A equals negative 46. Then underneath, 5C plus 2A equals 52.50. Cancel out the 2's. 5C minus 4C is just C. And then do negative 46 plus 52.50, or 52.50 minus 46. And we get 6.5. So obviously the Kieslers went on a matinee day because you can't get a ticket for $6.50 anywhere. But that's the cost of the children's ticket. Now we have to find the cost of the adult ticket. So we plug that in for C. 2 times 6.5 plus A equals 23. So that's 2 times 6 we know is 12, and a half times 2 is 1, so that's going to be 13 plus A equals 23. Subtract the 13, and we find that A equals 10. So an adult ticket costs $10. So now we can answer the question. Children's tickets cost $6.50, and adult tickets cost $10. I don't know. What do you think? Can I pass for a kid and get that 6.50 rate if I put on a hat and some jeans? Maybe I can, maybe I can't. All right. So hopefully you're picking this all up because you're going to be on your own now, trying numbers 4 through 6. Again, check in with me so I can be sure you've got it right before moving on to your exit ticket.